Hey guys, Tony here, and I've got something really special to show you. Every SEO plugin does the same thing. You install it on WordPress and it will give you a score. It will tell you a list of things that need to be done, and then it walks away and leaves you to do it. Okay, so I built something different that actually does the work for you. Okay, so I'm going to show you in a live demonstration here. Now you can see I've got many duplicates up here. That's because I've been testing this plugin. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click here where it says intent SEO. Okay. I'm going to click where it says wide so you can see this here and watch these scores as I go through this demonstration. Okay. And I'm going to show you how we can take this very, very thin content. It's got 600 words, and that's actually quite a lot because down here I've got some notes for myself. Okay. If I take all of this off, it will disappear. It will bring it down to 242 words, okay? 242 words. Now, what I want to do first is I want to put in my keyword, okay? The keyword that I'm targeting is link magnets, okay? So this post is going to be about link magnets, and you can see I've got nothing mentioned here in the title. And if I scroll down to the rank math settings down here, you will see that it's going to give me lots and lots of red as well. Okay, now it would stay red the way that I have built this plugin because we have done this plugin to be able to optimize for search intent. Okay, not exact keywords. If you want to use exact match keywords just to get your SEO score up for a plugin, you're writing for robots. Okay, you're not writing for people. And it's been one of the major gripes that I've had for years and years. And finally, I've done something about it. Okay, so we started to build out my new site, anthonyhayes.io, and that site has been built out so that it's going to be very high quality content. Even though most of it is AI generated, we can still use AI generated content and take it to new levels. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that here. Okay. And there's things here that are really needed for 2026. Okay. So anyway, got very, very thin content. Now, the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to click Judge Intent with AI. So I'll click on this, and you can see every time I'm going to click a button up here is going to be some animation. Okay, so the intent judgment is telling me the intent is 75 out of 100 for SEO and 70 out of 100 for AIO. Okay, but not only is it telling me I'm walking, it's not telling me I'm walking away. Okay, it's giving me the fixes. Okay, so in this section, a better way to think about it, consider rephrasing to rather, sorry, let me read that again. In this section, a better way to think about it. Okay, so that's this section down here. Okay, consider rephrasing to rather than pursuing links directly, focus on creating link-worthy content. So this ties into the link magnets. So I can click on here to apply it. Okay, and it's going to do the work for me, not just tell me what to do. And here I'm going to click on apply this, and this is for another section, another subheading. So we're adding some content in, and we are updating everything in real time. Okay, so I did those individually, and that just makes it very, very easy for us to do. If I scroll up to the top, you're going to see I've lost some on-page SEO score. That's okay. It's only step one. You can see we've got 7 steps. By the time we get there, this is going to be very, very high. Okay, all of this will be green by the time we go through this. So what I do now is I go to step 2. I click on step 2. Okay, and this is going to do comparative SERP analysis. It's going to find out what is ranking on page 1, and it's going to find what is on the AI overviews as well. Okay, that's really important. And it's going to tell us exactly the kind of content that we need to create. And so that it can basically sculpt this very thin content here into something that is both shareable, linkable, and higher quality content. So the competitive SERP analysis is telling us here about the AI overview. Okay, it's giving us some information about entities and what is actually getting mentioned, etc., etc. And down here, we got the competitive SERP analysis, which is really all about entities and what we are missing and what we already cover. we already cover 0 of this. Of course, I've got 242 words, but here I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things it's recommending that I do. Okay. Now, all I need to do is scroll down here, and here we can put in here our own points, or we can just click on apply this. So it says include a section on original data and statistics related to backlinks and link magnets. I'm just going to click on apply this. I don't have any case studies at hand that I can mention. Okay, so we just wait for this. It's going to give us a little pop-up to tell us to apply it. You can see the pop-up here. That's done. Okay, now these scores are going to start jumping. You can see already we were down -5 on the on-page SEO. Now we're back to -2. That will keep climbing as we go through this. Okay, add a detailed section on different types of link magnets. Okay, I'll let the AI do that. I don't have to think about it. That's things like infographics, calculators, quizzes, tools basically that we can add into our sites. Okay, link magnets will earn the links for us instead of us chasing backlinks. Okay, and I'll show you how that turns out in the end as well, because all of this is getting built for us. Even the link magnets, the calculators, the tools, the quizzes, this software will build it all for us, this WordPress plugin. Incorporate case studies of examples of successful link magnets. I'm going to let AI do the work on this as well. It does the research, it will do the work. And this is using the API key from OpenAI. Okay, now you have a choice with the settings in here. In fact, let me just jump into the settings over here. And you will see we've got a choice for provider. We got OpenAI, Anthropic, Google Gemini. Now, quick tip, if you use OpenAI, it's less likely to time out. Okay, I did have some issues with timing out with Sonnet 4.6, but with OpenAI, it seems to work every time. Okay, so I'm going to come back to the post. Okay, and I think I closed this before I actually applied the change, so I need to click on that again because I jumped tabs. It's better to stay on the same tab while you're working and going through these fixes. Now, it might seem a little bit boring, you're sitting there going through all of this, but it's actually really interesting if you're on your own, you're reading this and not recording a video like I'm doing now. It's actually quite interesting to see the feedback that you're getting and how it's actually going to take this to a new level. Okay, so next, create a section discussing free tools and templates that can help in creating link magnets. This is a big thing on backlinko.com. I've noticed they like to provide templates, and that's not by accident. That is because it helps to drive backlinks. Okay, it helps to drive traffic back to the site as well. So anything that's got link magnets, that's got tools, it helps us to get traffic and that traffic to return as well. Okay, so that one is done. Okay, develop a pattern, visual assets, and a role in attracting backlinks. Okay, I'll click and apply. We will come to do images a little bit later as we go through the wizard. So if you're seeing anything missing here, don't worry. It's all in here as we go through the 7 steps. And the first 3 steps are the longest. After that, it's very, very fast. Okay, now I'm applying one fix at a time because I'm doing this on video. And I would do it anyway normally because I want to see exactly what it's doing and approve what it's doing. Okay, discuss how to conduct market research to identify link-worthy content opportunities. Okay, I'm going to let the AI do the work on that as well. And we can add our own information in here at any point at all in the process. Okay, so you can come back here and start adding your own points. Even if you've moved on to step 5 or step 6, you can come back to step 2 and you can keep adding as you go forward. Okay. Okay, discuss how to conduct market research. In fact, I need to click that one first. Okay, so we've already done that one. Okay, add a section how to optimize content for linkability. Okay, I'm going to let AI do the work. Now, if I want to put my own information in here, all I need to do is click on add my own points, and it's going to give me a little field for me to fill in. Okay, I'll wait for this one to finish, then I will show you. Okay, just give it a second. Okay, that's done. Okay, now if I wanted to add my own points in here, you can see this little text field opens up. I can put in here, optimizing content in 2026 for AEO and SEO includes providing real stats, data, linkable assets, so like calculators and tools. And what else can we put in here? Okay, so we've got links, data, outbound link citations. Okay, outbound links, and then okay, contact a website you link to. That would be more for roundup posts or even curated roundup posts, which is something that I would definitely do. Now, you notice that this has not let me click on apply after I've done this. Okay, I could click apply on all of them that would add this, but I'm not going to. Okay, just wanted to do a demonstration. I wasn't aware of that. Okay, I've literally been building this for 7 days solid, and this is the first time I've tried to add after the fact and not actually when I was doing it. Okay, so my apologies for that, but I will fix it that we can do that. Okay, that's just a prompt to get that fixed. Okay, so next I'm going to click on build. Okay, now temptation here is to click on fix with AI. Okay, we're not going to do that straight away. Okay, I'm going to do one thing at a time. So what I want to do is first thing is to optimize the slug. This slug is too long. Okay, how to get more backlinks to your website. It's too long. Now we've given it the main keyword, which is link magnet. So if I click on optimize the slug, then it's going to suggest the slug, and then it will scroll down to this area here where you can click apply, and that gets applied here. Okay, you can see I've done this 4 times already. So I've got link magnets -4. Okay, and then I can come back up again. Okay, come back up to the top. We can click on humanize the copy as well. But what I like to do is I like to scroll down here, okay, and do them one at a time. Okay, so you can see anything in brown needs done. Anything in green is already done. Okay, now, with these two here, with these 3 actually, you can see that these come later in the steps. And this is important because I've been working basically the last 2.5 days trying to figure out the correct workflow so that we don't get repeated tasks and we're not doing tasks more than one time. For example, I had 2 or 3 days ago where it would regenerate the titles and the meta description and stuff for me, and it was just getting messy. It was confusing. It was confusing even for me, and I built the tool. So I've made it that you will only have to do these things one time, but in the correct order. So things like creating the FAQ schema for this one is going to be in step 7. Things like the citable data and specifics, research basically, okay, to back up what you're claiming in your post, that is going to be in step 4. And same as with the cited outbound sources as well. Okay. Now here, topic is ambiguous. Core topic terms are thin in the opening title. Name the exact topic in the opening line. Okay, so that's going to be in this first paragraph. Okay, I'll click here to do it for me. So it should include the keyword link magnets. Now, I did mention before, we're doing this on an intent basis, not an exact match keyword phrases. For example, if somebody is typing into Google car repair and somebody is typing into Google car mechanic, it's the same thing that they're looking for, right? So we can have a little bit of leeway there without adhering to any plugins sort of demand that you put that exact keyword everywhere. Okay, so we're scoring this differently from any other SEO plugin, and it's deliberate. Okay, so we will come back to that in a bit. Okay, so next we're still on. Oh, okay. Let me just check. something didn't get done here. I'm going to click that again. Usually if it doesn't get done, there's a reason for it, and I'm not quite sure what the reason is here. Oh, I know. Okay, because it cannot. Okay, so here, it's talking about H1 opening. We cannot put H1 within the actual article content. The H1 is only for the title. Okay, so what it's doing is it's telling me that it's not going to do it because it cannot do it. Okay, this is not for the first paragraph. This is actually for the title. It's not its place to do the title here. Okay, so it's a good catch, this one, because you can see real time that we've drilled into the algorithm of the plugin not to do things in places it's not meant to do them. Okay, we're going to come to the title at the very end after the full article is written. Then we can do things like meta title and the meta description when we know what the full article is about. Okay, once we got the data and research, we got the calculator tools or whatever in here. Once we've built it all out, then that's the time to do that, and plus the FAQ schema as well. Okay, so I'm going to skip that because, well, you can do it anyway. Okay, now come down here, add a data or comparison table. Okay, let's do that. That's something we can do. This one should actually have said step 7. Okay, so just a fix that needs done. Simple prompt will fix that for the next update. And this will auto update in WordPress as well. Okay, I just, whenever I push a new update, it will appear in your WordPress plugins page as ready for update. Same as some other plugins as well. So you can enable automatic updates for this plugin. Okay, so we've got a table in here. And here it is here. We've got a table. Okay, now we'll come back and have a look at this at the end once we've got a full article done. Okay, so now you can see here the topic is unambiguous, okay? Fix applied, but this still isn't passing, okay? Core topic terms are thin in the title H1 opening. Run it again to go further or leave it. I'm leaving it because I've got other parts of the wizard that are going to take care of that, okay? Let's come back. But at least it was honest. At least it told us the truth. It can do something. So keyword intent in the first paragraph. Yeah, let's do that. Just scroll up. You'll notice that when I'm scrolling the page, it kind of overwrites over here. I need to try and fix that. I have tried to fix it a couple of times, but I haven't spent any great length of time on it. But yeah, it does need to be fixed. Okay, let's come down. Okay, I'm going to click this again, do it for me. I thought I clicked it, but maybe I hadn't. Oh, because when I've done it, then it's going to show down here. Okay, so then I can read that paragraph, I can approve it, and I can regenerate as well if I'm not happy with it. Okay, so I can just click on apply, and that gets added. Okay, so that has been done for me. Okay, so that's all from the step 3 of the wizard, unless I click to humanize the copy. And if I clicked copy fixes for my AI, which does everything at one time, which I don't want to do, okay, I'm doing it one at a time. I want this to be good content. Now we can see the on-page score is up by 4, and the AEO is up by 38, okay, just because we have done some basic optimization stuff just by clicking buttons, okay. The humanized stuff, I'm gonna shall I come back to that? Yeah, I'll come back to that. Okay, next one is going to be the proof. This is where we start adding real power into the SEO, into the AEO. Okay, click on find stats and data. It's doing research. It's looking for information about stats and data about link magnets and how they improve backlinks and traffic to your website. Basically, it would just follow what this post is about. Okay, so in 2026, 96.6% of content still gets 0 external backlinks. Okay, I'm guessing that's links coming in. And pages with backlinks receive 3.8 times more organic traffic. Number 1 ranking result Google has on average has 3.8 times more backlinks. This is more about backlinks than traffic magnets. That means I need to tighten this up, honestly, and I'm not going to pretend that should be like this, okay? It's not bad, but we want to make this really tight, okay? So I would need to add a regenerate button here and maybe an AI assistant field that I can just tell the AI, I want this to be about link magnets and not necessarily about backlinks, stats and data. But it does still fit into the article. It's not terrible. Okay, it's not wrong. It's just not exactly what I would have wanted. Okay, so I'll click in here to insert them anyway. Okay, let's come back up. And our scores are going up. That went from 38 to 46. This went from +5 to +7, I believe. And now you can see this last one here, the link. Okay, so what we actually got here, we got 5 things that are being scored. The on-page optimization for traditional SEO, okay? The AEO, answer engine optimization, the readability, the naturalness, and the link here is linkable, whether your content is worthy of being linked to, okay? So that includes things like putting stats and data and stuff in. Now, what I would do here is I would contact these people and tell them, hey, I've mentioned you and give you a link. Maybe they'll give us a link back. Probably not, but still, worth a try. Would work better in a curated roundup. Anyway, sources to cite. This is going to be like outbound links. Cite all of them. Okay, now look what happens here. The outbound links. We have got links, anchor text links, okay? Whereas the other one was more about key statistics that comes down at the bottom. We've got a table we've added, and we've got external links, etc., etc. Okay, so next we go to the fun part. Okay, so this one, suggest a link magnet. Okay, can be a calculator, can be a quiz, can be something like that. And we're up to 1,600 words from 242, was it? Yeah. So we're getting there. Now we've got a choice. We can build these tools, these suggested tools, a backlink value calculator interactive tool, a link magnet effectiveness quiz, okay, backlink strategy scorecard, users evaluate the current backlink strategy for a series of questions. That could be good for sort of pro SEOs, but for regular people, probably not. Okay, content idea generator for link magnets, that would work. Okay, let's choose that one. So I'm going to click on build and insert. So it's going to do it for me. If you start to see like this where it's taken over the page, just scroll your page in the back right up to the top and it covers everything. Okay, so what happens here is it switches over into the code tab in WordPress. I'm using Classic Editor. This does work in Block Editor as well, but I'm doing this demonstration in the Classic Editor. Okay, so we've got a link magnet generator, but not only that, it's got an introduction to it as well. I do want to make that introduction a little bit more, a little bit longer, a little bit better sort of transition in terms of the marketing, the copywriting leading up to that. But we have got basically a little tool built and inserted into the post for us. Okay, we didn't have to do anything but click some buttons and make a choice, and that was done for us. Okay, if you wanted to, you can copy the embed code and put it anywhere you want. I've got it deliberately in the one place each time, and that's going to be quite high up the page. Okay, why? Because it's kind of top half of the page, okay, above the fold. And this is deliberately put here so that we can increase the dwell time, because if somebody sees that, they're going to start playing with it, right? Keeps them on your page longer, better for SEO, okay? Okay, so let's make this wide again over here. And so we have done the linkable assets. Now, there's nothing to say you can't put more than one in here. I wouldn't. I'd just stick to one. And now we can go to internal. Now, before I do internal, let me just show you something very quickly. We have also got in here content audit dashboard. It will tell you all of the posts that you got on your website. Okay, it will tell you what the scores are from the Intent SEO plugin. And you see none of these have been worked on, and most of these are drafts. In fact, I've got 53 drafts. I've been building out content for this new site. The new site is actually something really good now, and you can see this is a brand new site, free tool of the week, and I need to put my picture over here, and a little bit about what we do, some testimonials from our workshops, some free tools being mentioned here as well. I've got loads of free tools on the site and some of the premium tools, etc. So it's looking nice. This was completely done by Claude, by the way, all of it. A link here to, an opt-in form for the newsletter, which gives you case studies from around the web, okay? And here you can see we got free tools, all the products, etc. And we got this fat footer area. And even this was not a plugin, this cookie consent thing, that was done by Claude. Okay, so we'll be covering that in one of the upcoming workshops, how to build sites like this. Okay, and you can see at the top, it's looking good. Now, if I go to the free tools, you see we got free SEO tools. In fact, I've got a lot more that are not even published yet. Probably got about 30 of them. Okay, affiliate marketing tools as well. Let's have a look at one of them. Countdown timer, because it looks impressive. So I'm just doing a detour right now, and we'll come back over to the plugin, okay? Give this a second to load. You see it's still spinning up here. I need to fix the cache on this. And you can see that we can change the color schemes, etc. So these are really high quality, good tools, okay? Even though they're free. And we can do it with video. If you want to embed a video, you can do one of these bar things, urgency, splash, etc. Or simple timer. And nice little tool. And you can set your timer up. You can put in some deadlines and all that kind of cool stuff and change the text. And then you just export the HTML and put it on your own site. Okay, so you can put it on your sales pages, etc. Anyway, diverting deliberately, but I'm coming back. Okay, so let's come back over to the tool. Now, before I click on suggest internal links, what I was going to say to you is that because these are mostly draft, you can see I've got 53 drafts and only 4 published. Okay, and these are in-depth articles, even before the intent SEO will get to them and where I will do work on each one. These are high quality. These have got things in them already, like embedded tools and stuff like that. They've got stats and research and all that kind of stuff already in them. They just need to be published, but, periodically, not all in one day. Okay, maybe one per day at a stretch, maybe 3 per week would be better. But I keep adding more and more and more. Okay, and some of these as well are my tests from testing intent SEO, so we can get rid of some of these as well. Anyway, when I come over here, because I've got just 4 posts linked to, it's probably not going to suggest any links. Oh, it has. Okay, so it's looked for the free tool, so I can put a link in for the free tool. For SEO content ROI calculator, okay. For a blog post from my building public category, which is not being optimized for SEO. It's just like real information about building in public. You can see stats, sales, revenue, decisions I made along the way. It's got about 10 posts already done, not all published yet. And it'll give you a percentage match as well. Okay, so we can click on as many of these as we want. Okay, I'll leave it at that. So I'll put in 4 internal links. Okay, next, this is where things start to really come together. Okay, this is the end thing. Okay, now notice I haven't got my keyword in the title, so I can click here for titles. It's going to give me 5 options. Okay, and I want to make sure that my keyword is in an option. Okay, let me just choose one of these. Okay, how link magnets can drive traffic to your website. I chose that one because a lot of people don't care about backlinks. They've heard of them, but what's the end result? Okay, what's the result they're looking for from getting backlinks? Traffic, okay? So we're going with the traffic. We're going with the outcome and not the process in that situation. Okay, now the meta, I'm going to click on that, should give us 3 options. And you can regenerate these as well if you want to. Okay, you can see here we've got regenerate. Discover how link magnets can enhance your site's visibility. Learn to create content that attracts backlinks. Okay, I don't want backlinks. I want traffic. This one. Okay, so this is the hybrid one. It's got a bit of both. This one is actually talking about traffic, but I don't like that it's got the word unlock there. So I'm going to choose the hybrid one. I'll put that in there. Okay, now what we can do is we can also choose to add a TLDR. Okay, the TLDR we can put in after the first paragraph. Okay, we got two choices. We can do it as a paragraph kind of TLDR, or we can do a bullet point. Let's do bullet point here. Okay, it's going to take us down. You see the bullets. We can click on apply. When you see it scrolling, then it will take you to the place where that information is. Okay, and then we can add a byline and a date as well. Just click on apply in here, and that gets added. And now what we can do is we can add some media. Now I kind of cheated. I went ahead and I uploaded some images already, but I just want to give you an idea of the quality of the images that are being generated. Now, when we are in the actual plugin, I'll show you in a second. When we're in the actual plugin, you will see in the polished step, okay, we can click here to suggest image prompts, and it's going to give you the prompts and that you can open in ChatGPT. Okay, so the hero image, section 1 image, section 2, it will tell you exactly where to place these images as well once ChatGPT has generated them for you. Okay, and that way you're building out your content to look very, very good. Okay, so I'm going to take the next one. I'll click add media. I'm just choose any of these just for speed. Okay, let's choose one more. Add media. Okay, I'll add this one. Okay, just to give you an idea of what it will look like. Okay, so now we got all that done. We'll scroll back up so that we can see the full tool in here. And I'll make this narrow again. What I will do is I'm going to save this as a draft. Okay, so I'll just open up where it says publish here. Notice the SEO score from Rank Math is 53. Now, do you think that is really 53 after all the stuff we put in there? We put in tables. We have put in here shareable tools, link assets. We have put in here the things that were found on the AI overviews for that keyword. We have put in the things found on page 1 of Google for that keyword. The entities all put in here. Do you really think that's 53 out of 100? Okay, this is why I built the tool. This is why I built this plugin, because it's nonsense. That is nonsense, and it wants you to write exactly for the plugin and not for people, which is daft, absolutely daft. So what I'm going to do is I'll save the draft and then we'll look at the preview, just so you can get an idea what it looks like. And of course, because it's brand new, there's going to be things that we see, that we spot, that we can make better. I've been doing it all week. To be honest, there was one day where I added 12 new features and things got a little bit messy with the workflow, but the next day I worked on it all day until nighttime, until it was all done. Okay, so here you can see the quality of the images that have been generated from the prompts from the plugin. You just get the images done in ChatGPT. Just put the prompt in there. We got the byline, opening paragraph, TLDR, our first H2 tag in here, image again, and section for that particular H2. Okay, next H2 and images. You can see it's very, very high quality. The images are part of the content, right? Okay, they're not decorative. They're not gimmicky. They're part of the content. That helps people who like to skim. A lot of people like to skim. I like to skim. If I see a YouTube video, I will turn it into an infographic using Tube Graphics plugin, and I will be able to see exactly what that video was about within 60 seconds without me having to watch a 14-minute or 15-minute video. And I've got all I need from that. Okay, I like the visual stuff. Okay, so you can see this is very, very good. We got our tool, which now doesn't appear so high up, but still decent. But we will make some templates for this so that it stands out a little bit more as well. Here we got our data and statistics, and we've got our list of different link magnets that we can put in here, and also how to optimize content for linkability, free tools. What I'm noticing here is that we got a lot of bullet point kind of content in here. I'll show you how to fix that in one click as well. There's something that I missed along the way while I was doing the demo. We got our little table in here, statistics, and we got some related pages as well within the site. Okay, so let's come back over. And when I come into, I think it's step number 3, if we scroll down, you're going to see this thing here. It's called balanced prose versus bullets. Okay, so right now I've got 35 list items on the page versus 20 paragraphs. Okay, so that means that we can change that, we can reverse that, we can make the bullet points into paragraphs. Okay, not all of them, but it will do some at a time. So I'm going to click in here to run it again. And sometimes if it can do it, then it won't do it, and it will tell you why. Okay, that's no problem. I just need to tighten the prompt on this. And this is the good thing about building public when we're doing stuff like this. If you've seen the first demo that I did for this tool, you can see already it's chalk and cheese. The difference between that demo and this demo is massive. You can see the extra bits that we put in, the attention that we paid to detail, etc. And this is exactly how we find things like this that we can improve. Okay, so we can expect some updates tonight, tomorrow morning. All these bits I'm finding now during this test will be fixed, will be updated, and will be improved. Okay, so now once this is done, I think we're ready to finish up. And don't forget as well that we have got our dashboard that will tell us the exact state of play with all of the posts on your site, even the draft ones. Now, the draft posts we cannot use for internal linking. Only the published posts we can use for internal linking. Otherwise, if Google crawls the site, it's going to see a bunch of 404s, which we don't want. Yeah, it's got some issue here, which I need to take up with Cloud Code and figure out why this is happening. But that will be fixed by tonight. Okay. Pretty cool. Very, very cool. I'm happy with the demo, and I'm happy that you've got to see this has changed from where it was to where it is now. Okay. And if you compare it to the ranked math is now up to 80 from 53. I'm not sure what moved it up, but still, this is far better in my opinion. Yes, I am biased, but this is the plugin I wanted. Okay, it's getting very, very close to being the ultimate on-page SEO AEO plugin. I don't even know if there is an AEO one. Probably is, but I'm happy with this, and I'll keep taking it further. Okay, so that's the demo. It's just one more look inside the dashboard here. This will tell you the ones that are published ready. You can see I've got 25 posts that are ready to go. But you can see the overall scores here. That means I'm going to have to run the Intent SEO plugin over it and make sure that we can get this up. Okay, so that we can get scores that look like these ones. Okay, 98 for on-page, 96 for AEO, and 100 for whether your post is backlinkable. Okay, linkable, backlinkable. Okay, then that gives us it takes us through the whole situation of getting away from the AI slop. Okay, adding things that actually add value for the user. This is white hat as far as AI generated content could be. For one of a better description. Yes, it is AI generated. Okay, but it's as white hat as we can make it for AI generated content, and it's just click, 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 and things get done. Now, we did have some people ask in the WhatsApp group, and some people ask via support desk if we could extend the offers. The offer is meant to finish today, Friday. I'm recording this on Friday, the 17th of July. Um, they've asked if we can extend it a couple of days. Some people are waiting for paychecks and stuff like that. What I'm going to do is I'll keep it open until Monday, okay? Because this is the first real demo. We did a demo with the first sort of build of the tool. You could see it was potentially going to be a really good tool. But now you can see how far we've taken it in just those 4 days, okay? So a lot of people didn't get to see something like this, and I think there's gonna be a bigger demand. So I'm gonna stretch that deadline till Monday, Eastern Time, midnight Eastern Time on Monday, okay? Eastern Time, America, New York time. And after that, then the pricing that we have got now goes away, okay? And then we are moving to a monthly recurring model. Okay, because this now matches other SEO plugins. In fact, I think we've gone way beyond what they can do, because they will tell you this needs fixed, that needs fixed, and then they walk away. We do the fixing for you. It's a completely different ballgame. And this is 2026 strategies. It even builds a freaking tool for you, for goodness sake, embeds it into your WordPress post. And there's no other tools doing that for the on-page stuff. They're just not doing them. And this takes us into another level. This is 2026 SEO, even with AI content. Okay, thanks. See you soon.